The NBA Cup Quarterfinals will kick off with an Eastern Conference matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Orlando Magic, who were dealt a significant blow to their lineup when Franz Wagner joined Paolo Banchero on the sidelines with a torn oblique. However, the Milwaukee Bucks, they were very fortunate to get Chris Middleton back after missing 22 games or so this season. First of all, can we just voice our frustration regarding injuries this season in particular and the impact it will have on this game?
Oh my gosh, it's major, especially for the Magic. You know how ironic that the same injury that Paolo suffered, Franz suffered. So now that begs to differ. What is their conditioning like? How did he get the same injury, a torn oblique? Ironic, but it's huge. When I say monumentally huge, I just made that up. Monumentally huge for the Orlando Magic, especially with the NBA Cup. Not only with the NBA Cup, as this is a very important time period of the season, but for their overall season. Right now, they are number 3 in the East. Number 3 in the East, with now missing perennial All-Star and Franz Wagner as well. I don't know what that means for their season. I know it's important for the NBA Cup, but if I look at it long term, what does that mean for their standing in the East overall? And it's just so sad. However, who's next? Who's going to step up?
Well, I think we should take a snapshot of where the Orlando Magic are right now in the standings, because I'm sorry, they're going to slip down. They're going to slip down. But I think if Mo Wagner can go and step in for his little brother, right? Jalen Suggs and KCP, if he can get just an ounce of consistency with his shot, they may stand a chance, because I really like what Jalen Suggs is doing. It seems like he's turned the corner. He's turned it up a notch. And Coach Mosley won't allow anything different.
You know what, though? I think it will have to be Jalen Suggs. He cannot do it on his own. I agree with you, Mo Wagner to step in. But at the end of the day, the Magic already suffers with shooting. That's one of their pain points in their season so far, is with overall shooting. So if KCP, if not now, when, KCP? Because if not now, they need to consider trading you. I'm going to need KCP. No, for real. Single digit scoring is not acceptable. You need to be double digit at least. And you're supposed to be a sniper from the perimeter. Come on, KCP, 3 and D. They need it now more than ever, right? And so it's time for someone else to step up. I know that Coach Mosley is going to have to figure out a way to manage this rotation now that both of his all-stars are not there. I say all-stars. They haven't been coined all-stars, but come on. Their season so far was warranted that they would be considered all NBA, if nothing else, right? So now that they have this gap, one thing I can say, if the Orlando Magic, aside from this game, the NBA Cup game, if they can hold on until Christmas, because Paolo Banchero is due to come back around Christmas time, if they can at least win a few games within this period of time before Paolo comes back, I think they may be able to establish their season. I think so. And still maintain a decent standing in the East. I'm not saying it's going to be top 3, but at least a decent standing, right? Because what I don't want them to do is fall all the way down to the bottom. They've worked too hard this season to do that. 23 games in at this point, and the impact they've had on the East is too great for them to fall all the way down. So I just am so sad about that. When I got the news, I was devastated for their season.
Yeah, so. Me too. I think we Orlando fans across the globe are like, oh, not again, Yeah, but you know what? You talked about how ironic that it is for Paolo and Franz to have the same injury. It just makes me think, what's up with the training staff? What?
That's what I said, conditioning. What is going on? Something is missing.
Yeah.
I need a deep investigation to go into the training staff, the conditioning that they have for the Orlando Magic players to happen right now. The same injury? No.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Okay, so I think without Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, the Orlando Magic have absolutely no answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo coming down that middle like a freight train. They didn't have an answer for Karl Anthony Towns in the most recent game they had against the Knicks. What they going to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo and the addition of Chris Middleton back? It just shakes up everything. And finally, Dame Lillard is shooting his shot and is going in. So unfortunately, I think this game will have an asterisk next to it, right? Because we don't
You
know,
think
like,
so?
what would have happened if Franz and Paolo were available. We just don't know, and we will
Yeah,
never
we
know.
don't know. No, we will never know. I agree. I think we just need to go ahead on. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but let's just get to the outcome. The Bucks got this. Yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah,
walking all up and through this win. It's gonna be easy, you know. However, this may be an indicator for the Magic to see who can step up. Right? Is it gonna be Jonathan Isaac? Well, can you be the one? This is what I'm saying. You get more minutes, get more time on the floor, get more comfortable. Maybe you can be the one. What I'm saying is that it's gonna have to be somebody else during this time frame. And so maybe what we'll be able to do is identify who that will be during this game and any subsequent games that'll take place. Because at the end of the day, the NBA Cup game for the Orlando Magic and their NBA Cup journey is over.
it is. It is. Oh my goodness. You put it so bluntly, but that's the truth. There's no way the
How you
Magic
want
are
to
gonna win
sugarcoat it?
this
No,
game. There's no way.
no,
There's
no,
no way.
no.
And they have
Uh-uh.
an excuse.
It's a fair one for me. For me. It's acceptable. I don't even know if this game will be as competitive as I wanted it to be. Right? We're talking about competitive basketball. Will this game be that? What I'm looking forward to this game is not necessarily a win from the Magic, but to see who's going to be next in line. Who's going to step it up? That's all.
Hmm.
That's what I'm going to be watching for. Because again, if not this game, at least the next 6, 7 until Paolo gets back. Can you secure some other wins to maintain a standing that's favorable? Where when Paolo and when Franz come back next year, you guys can easily go back up to top 6. That's all I'm saying. That's where I am with the Orlando Magic right now. Hold on long enough, right, to be able
Hmm.
to when they both come back and they're both playing. When Paolo comes back and when Franz come back and they're back together and you guys create your full roster, can you become March ease your way back up into the standings? That's all I'm saying. I don't want you too far
Yeah.
down where it's now is impossible. So yeah.
All right. My challenge is still on the table for Cole Anthony. I'm still looking for him to kind of get back to who he was last season off the bench. I think he was even starting last season. He may have been
Yeah.
off the bench. The Orlando Magic have a tough stretch though. Can they hold on? I mean, I see
Yeah.
OKC
You see
two
that?
games against the Miami
Mm-hmm.
Heat, Boston Celtics, the Knicks, and the Nets. Tough stretch in December. They got to
I'm
hold on
telling
though.
you. They got to hold on. And they can if someone else, along with Jalen Suggs, steps up. So,
Hmm. Okay, so I think we can both agree the Milwaukee Bucks coming out of this cup game will be going to Vegas
yeah,
on the
absolutely.
back of the Orlando Magic's injuries.
Congratulations, Bucks.
All right, so let's move into the second game of the night. The Dallas Mavericks will go into OKC Arena. Why are they number 1 and number 2 in the standings right now? When did that happen? When did the Mavs slide up there like that?
The Mavs said we come to play. I cannot wait for this matchup right here. You know I'm all things OKC. Anyway. But oh my gosh, you know what? The Mavs and OKC already had their first matchup this season, and the OKC Thunder lost to that matchup. But in that loss, Luka didn't play, neither did Hardenstein. So now I cannot wait to see both Hardenstein and Luka on the floor during this matchup between Mavs and Thunder. Ooh, think about the pairing. Hardenstein and Lively. What are we
Oh
gonna do?
gosh. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
what managing, protecting the basket. I can't. I don't know what to do. Luka Shea,
Mm.
Kyrie in there somewhere. Like what? What is gonna be going on? Jay Williams, and then they got the nerve. See, this is so cool because when I looked at the list, because both teams have people that are out, right? And they all do to come back on the 10th. Mm-hmm.
Of
How
course.
strategic is that? How
Yeah.
strategic is that?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Girl, yeah. So, with the Mavs, they have Max Kleber coming back, Jaden Hardy, and Najee Marshall on the 10th. Mm-hmm. How convenient. And then OKC Thunder have Jalen Williams.
You mentioned Isaiah Hardenstein being available for this game because the last time OKC were out rebounded 29-53. It's not gonna happen this time. Not with iHeart getting all the boards this time. It's not gonna happen.
And I'm going to have Lively, get your weight up.
Yeah, PJ Washington had a really big game last time. I think he recorded 27 points and 17 rebounds again. With Isaiah Hardenstein, I think he fixes this. He fixes it. I don't think PJ Washington going to have a really good game because, I just don't. I like PJ and Gafford, but
Yeah, yeah.
Isaiah changes the game for OKC Thunder.
Yeah, I think what's going to be different because they played OKC played against them earlier this season. The difference maker is going to be inserting Luka into this for them, right? Because I'm
Mm-hmm,
quite sure they've
mm-hmm.
already made schemes and watched film tape and planned on how to manage the challenges that OKC Thunder faced in their first matchup. But Luka wasn't on the floor, so that's going to be a different element that's going to add to this particular this particular game that we didn't see before. Likewise, having Hartenstein, I'm quite sure that the Mavs are also saying, okay, wait a minute, let's watch some film again to make sure that
Uh-huh.
we're ready. Because the knockout rounds are one and done. So if you don't win this game, you're going how? Well,
Yes,
just stay
yes.
home. But
I,
it depends.
yes, I am most looking forward to see who Lou Dort gonna lock up because in those big games, Lou Dort he brings out the clamps. Let's just put it out there. Who is Lou Dort going to lock up in this game?
I see him on Kyrie. I see him on
Okay.
Kyrie. And I think that's now Kyrie is very finesse oriented, so trust me. But if he can slow him down a little bit, that'd be helpful, right? And then we're gonna put Alex Caruso on Luca. Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh, I can't wait to see what they decide to do because oh my goodness. Okay. So we Chet Holmgren will not be there. Imagine if Chet was available with Isaiah Hardenstein. Does this game have an asterisk or are we just moving
No,
forward?
this game does not have asterisk. I think we are fully functioning. Consider this game for me doesn't have an asterisk. I mean, Chet Holmgren, the fact that he is missing is something to be considered. However, Isaiah Hartenstein kind of takes that up in the meantime. Can you imagine? Because I think they played Dallas Mavericks two more times after this particular matchup, and
Hmm.
hopefully Chet will be back later on in the season. Then we can see what it really looks like. But no, not an asterisk for me. Real head-to-head matchup, and I want to see who comes out victorious. And then, yeah,
Okay.
I think one of the disadvantages will be I can't wait to see what the defensive presence looks like. What I can say about Oklahoma City Thunder, if their offensive game is not on, they will clamp you down on defense, and that's how they win their games. So I know that sometimes if the shots are not hitting or whatever, their defensive presence is enough to help will together a win. So I can't wait to see how they come out in this particular matchup. If their offense is hitting on all cylinders, and if it's not, they're quickly adjusting to their defense and what that look like to produce a potential win for this matchup.
Hmm.
So I can't wait to see.
Yes, my X factor for the Dallas Mavericks will be Klay Thompson. If Klay can shoot the ball really well, like he has in years past, I think the Dallas
Yeah.
Mavericks are going to get the leg up. In fact, I have Dallas coming out of this game.
Yeah, no. I'm riding OKC Thunder. I'm all things OKC right now. For me, they can do no wrong. And any wrong that
Mhm.
they do will always be made up in a win. So, yeah, I'm going to ride with OKC. I mean, lost the first matchup with the Dallas Mavericks. With this matchup with the Dallas Mavericks, they're going to come out victorious and they'll be going to Vegas. We'll be in Vegas, y'all. Somebody got
Okay.
some free tickets.